Hi, I'm Ross from Yamaha. We're here at GAK.co.uk today checking out the new THR heads. We've got the THR 100 HD here. We also have the THR 100H, which is a single channel version of this. So really brand new concept for the THR range. 100 watt head. There's a single channel version, like I say, and this is the dual channel version. One thing to really bear in mind, these aren't channels. This is a brand new thing for us and the amp market. This is two completely independent amps. So that is an amp and that is an amp. Independent controls, inputs, outputs. On the back panel, there's selections for different tube types. Your standard EL84, 6V6s, 6L6s, so on and so forth. Topology, so you can switch it from class A to AB. They each have their own effects loop. Boost, three different types of boost. There's the white boost, the green boost, and the amber boost. Four different types of selectable reverbs: spring, hall, plate, and room. And five different amp models. And the big thing about this, we've not really gone for anything specific on the amp models. You know, we're kind of don't emulate, create is the big thing on this. Rather than saying this is a model of a XYZ amp, this thing's all about creating your own sound. So you will have the soul of, you know, classic amps, Fenders and Marshalls, Boogies, etc. But you can mix and match the tubes and the topology and combine the two amps as well. So you can either have one amp running on its own or two amps running simultaneously. And when you do that, the sound just goes absolutely enormous. The cabinet's available. There's a 112 and a 212. We're running the 212 today. The speakers are mismatched. They're eminent speakers, so this one's a wee bit brighter, this one's a wee bit darker. When you combine those two speakers with two different amps, it's a thing of beauty, and you really have to check this thing out. Super versatile as far as rigging up. Today we're using it in its simplest form, so we are using it essentially as a two-channel amp. You can still combine the two channels. So like I say, 5 amp models: solid, clean, crunch, lead, and modern. The whole thing from super sparkly clean to huge, fat, really high gain stuff. You know, great sounding booster. It takes pedals amazingly well too, and that's kind of more the idea with the single channel version. That's for the players out there that have a huge selection of pedals, love swapping in and out different gain pedals. It takes all of them brilliantly. Huge thing about this is the feel and the dynamics. And modeling's come a long way, you know, in a relatively short space of time. This really feels incredibly well, and a big part of that is the newly designed power amp. Solid state amps, traditionally, or digital amps, have a really high damping factor, so the speakers are very stiff. This has a really low damping factor, just like a good tube amp does. So the speakers move like, you know, your favorite old tube amp. Amazingly versatile. The power, by the way, is switchable down to 50 watts or 25 watts, and you have XLR DI outputs, and you can load in your own impulse responses, which again is huge. Because this isn't a tube amp, you can take this to a gig, just the head on its own. Don't have to have a cab if you're using in-ear monitors. You go direct to the PA. It's an amazing piece of kit, and you really need to check this out. So let's run through some sounds for you real quick. So a few sounds for you real quick. We'll start with really good, nice, sparkly, tube type clean sound. Click in the booster with the supplied foot switch, and we're set up for the amber booster at the moment, which is a model of a full tone OCD, and you can kind of really get that sort of fat thing that the OCD does. Turning over, I've set up the second amp to be crunch. On the back, the clean channel, by the way, was running with 6L6 style tubes, Class AB. We're going to go to something completely different now, just slightly on the edge, crunchier sound. This is using EL84s, Class A, so you kind of get that very British Class A 30-watt combo sound. And the dynamics of this thing are incredible. So, kind of crunchy. Roll the volume back, cleans up brilliant. So on this channel, I've set the booster up to be TS style, the green booster as we call it. Kick that in. This is where it gets really, really cool. Combine the two channels, so really nice, sparkly clean. Crunchy. Together. Kick the boost into that as well. Awesome. Okay, so we swapped guitars, got some through humbuckers now. I'll show you the dirty side of what this amp can do. We've set, again, both amps up to be different. Amp 1 is on crunch, we're using KT88 tubes, Class AB, a little bit kind of fatter and dirtier. Kind of old British, kind of really cranked up amp. Again, even at that level of filth, it cleans up. Kick in the booster. Amp 2, even gainier. This is the lead. We're using 6L6 tube type, again, Class AB. Much higher gain. Again, to show the dynamics. Just beautiful cleanup. Kick in the boost. Combine the two amps. kick on the boost. Okay, so we've got the really high gain stuff now. Both channels, both amps are set to modern. Very, very different sounds. We don't need a lot of boost on either of these because there's a disgusting amount of gain on this. Amp 1 is on 6L6s, amp 2 is on EL34s, both class A/B. An immense sound. So amp 1 sounds like this. Amp 2 sounds like this. And just blend that up a little bit. Again, amp 1, amp 2. Combine the two. Boost. Still cleans up. Absolute monster. Couple of other things you can do with this, like I say, through an editing piece of software, you rig it up to your computer. That's where you can select the different types of boost, the 4 different reverbs. The effects loop can be assigned to be series or parallel. You load in your own impulse responses to the DI through that software as well. You have to come and check this thing out. These guys are going to have it in stock. It's an absolute monster. It's such a versatile rig because you've got 2 completely independent amps, their own inputs. You think 2 guitarist band, you've got your own cabinet, you take 1 amp to the gig. That's crazy good. It weighs nothing as well. It's under 5 kilos. The single channel version is even less. It's brilliant. Come and check it out. Thanks for watching. See you again.